Creole TJ gave a super chat. We got a lot of super chats, but I got one question.
Yes.
Creole TJ
Thank you.
asks, he says, Jesse, I'm getting to know myself. Now, how do I forgive my mom if she has expired?
Oh, that's a good, when you get to know yourself, you're going to see what's driving you, and that will cause you to know what's driving her, what's driving her, and you wouldn't want your kids to hate you. And so in knowing that you're wrong for hating, it will cause you to forgive. God will cause that to happen. That's why it's good to, if you can, to go and forgive your parents while they're living, because Satan will play on your mind and say, oh, it's not working, they dead now. But it is working. God knows your heart. And once you see that you're wrong, he will change your heart, but also cause you to forgive. Everything is from him. All right? Yes.
That's an interesting question because my mom died too, and I didn't forgive her before she died.
Right.
But I think what I'm seeing, or I think I had a realization that, sometimes, like I'll have like little resentments, or the devil's talking to me like, like I don't like her, I don't like him, I can't, and it's hard for me to speak up. And I thought, if you would have known to forgive your mom, my mom, I think that once you do that, the speaking up is a lot easier with other people. And I realize that may be why I have that problem.
But if you believe in thoughts about it, it's not true. Because if she's dead, you can't go to her and forgive her.
Yeah, but it just kind of came to me that, oh, that's why you might be having problems for not forgiving, but for speaking up, not being able to
You
speak
still
up.
can't speak up?
I can, but it's like a little cabal of evil right here in me. Like I don't want to be that way, but I notice sometimes like the way I used to be comes up sometimes. And I know I just need to look at it.
Yeah, that's
because
all.
it's not real. I just need to look at it.
Watch it, because it's God who allowing you to realize it's coming up, right?
Right.
And he would take care of it.
Okay.
Just be aware of it, but don't hate it.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, thanks.
I used to be afraid to speak up, too. I used to be embarrassed. And I would say, next time, I'm going to speak up. I couldn't wait until next time. I'm going to speak up. And so when the incident happened again, the voice would come all the way up, and it'd get locked in my throat. I'm like, oh. But that's the last issue I have today. Speaking up, I never think of not speaking up out of fear, because God would take fear away from you. There was a homeless person who made a little place right in front of the office the other day, and Joel and Nick, I think, James, went out there to tell her she had to go, and she was right in front of the building right there. And when they went out there to tell her she had to go, I didn't see them do it, but I imagine. After I dealt with it, I imagine what it must have been, right? And so they went out there. She had her cell phone, and they said, Miss, you got to go. And she was like, make me. And she was like, call the cops. She was telling them to call the cops. That's how bold she was with it, right? They're like, call the cops. And then you ran, right? I know that she did not leave because Christina came up to my office and said, oh, I got to call the cops. I'm like, why? She said, because a homeless person out there, and she won't move. And she was like trying to film you. Did she try to film you guys? Yeah. She was like, you threatened me or something like that, right? And she had her arm changed to the pole out there. She was locked to the thing. And so I said, no, Christine, don't worry. I'll go down there. She's going to move. And so I went down after I finished what I was doing, and I went out there, and I said, Miss, you got to go. She's like, I'm not going anywhere. And she started cursing, and she's like, call the cop. I said, I'm not calling the cop, and you're going to leave. And then she said, I'm not going anywhere. You threatening me. I said, no, I'm not threatening you. I'm just telling you, you're going to leave. if you don't leave, I'm going Black Lives Matter on you. That lady got up and left. And she said, this ain't no church. This is supposed to be a church. This is not a church. But I told her, you going to leave, I'm going Black Lives Matter on you. And then she said that I'm changed to the fence. I said, that's coming off. I can take that off. And I was going to say to her, I'm going to cut your arm off and throw you in the street. But you going to leave. But I didn't have to say that when I told her I was going Black Lives Matter on her. She got up and just left. But when James, did y'all go out there together? Don't say you went at the same time.
We ran. We ran, like you said. We're going to go with your story because it sounds better.
Did y'all go together? Or,
I didn't know James went. I didn't even know.
Yeah, James told me he went. I can see James out there now. Miss, you got to move. This is a business. So what happened when you went?
Well, I didn't run.
You did?
No, I didn't run. I just told her, I don't remember what I said. I said, you can't stay here. And then she's like, F you.
I know you were cursing. When did homeless people curse you out in front of your own business? They're so bold now.
Oh, no. She said, you can't F and talk to me like that. And I said, why not? And all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
But I didn't run. I walked.
He walked back into the office. Christina, I can't make a move. But I said, you got to move. Or I'm going Black Lives Matter on you. And she looked and she was gone. Don't be afraid. Just don't hate. That's the whole point. Don't hate. Speak up, but don't hate. It's not personal.